Everyone's always like, when are you getting married? When are you having kids? Never! I plan on being the single, fun, crazy, rich, bad bitch forever. I want everyone to look at me and be like,
That my best friend. She a real bad bitch, got her own money. She don't need no nigga on the dance floor. She a 2-3 drink, ayy, that's me, bitch. That's my best.
Gentlemen, what is going on? It's Hiran bringing you your daily dose of womanist cringe Disney narrative. For today, guys, I've got a TikTok, and then we'll read an article, and we'll end the show with a with a Reddit story. So, guys, I want to play this TikTok once again, and then I'll ask you a question.
everyone's always like, when are you getting married? When are you having kids? Never! I plan on being the single, fun, crazy, rich, bad bitch forever.
Yeah, imagine you're dating this girl, and your parents find this TikTok of hers. Imagine the embarrassment. And keep in mind, this is someone's daughter. But guys, enough about this lady. We will talk about her later when we actually cover the woman being single. And talking about women being single, guys, the article's title is The Rise of Empowered Single Woman, written by Leah Aguirre, and this dates from August 17th, so a little more than a year ago. What do women want from the single, lonely man? Let's take a look, guys. Last week, the post The Rise of Lonely Single Men by Greg Matters started trending, and I was thrilled. As a single person in her 30s, a therapist, and an author whose work centers around dating and healthy relationships, I am grateful for the culture shift towards healthier relationship standards that Matters describes in his article. Until recently, modern dating, in the cis-hetero world at least, has been imbalanced. Guys, am I the only one that hates this term cis-hetero? Why do you have to specify as if hetero persons have not been 99% of the people around the globe since the dawn of time? Like, why do you need to categorize me and put me in a subgenre like I'm some sort of animal? I don't want to be part of the new 150 sexual orientations that emerged in the last 5 years, thank you. But let's keep reading. Women have been socially programmed to believe that their value and worth are conditional and reflected by their relationship status. I'll correct you here. Women have been socially programmed by the patriarchy you forgot to mention to believe that their value and worth are conditional and reflected by their relationship status, which is absolutely true. Your value and your worth are reflected by your relationship status. Media, including dating self-help literature, has played a big part in this, encouraging women to change various aspects of themselves: personality, physical appearance, communication style, to be more desirable to men. And guys, this is unacceptable, of course. God forbid we try and be desirable to men in the year 2022. But let me ask you a question. When you go to an interview for a job, do you try and show the best aspect of your personality? Do you try to be polite, calm and collected, pleasant? Or do you go to an interview with a grumpy attitude and complain about everything? Do you put on nice clothes and make your hair and take a shower before the interview? Or do you go in your pajamas? Do you try and have a nice conversation where you let the other person speak and hear him out and add important things in the right time? So, if the answer to all of that is yes, why do you have a problem when you have to do the same things for men? Which, mind you, being a pleasant human being towards your partner is far more important than being pleasant to a stranger who is interviewing you. But let's keep reading. In my work, I've seen this social programming impact women in their pursuit of dating and relationships time and time again, leading many to feel like they must, quote-unquote, play the game to be successful and find a mate. Women have to play the game. What, you mean take a shower and go to the park and wait to get hit on? Women in the past, guys, have been taught since they were little to cook, to sew, to be housewives, to be respectful and humble, and a ton of other things in order to be desirable for men. What men are interested in nowadays is just a mentally sane, pleasant individual. And that's too much to ask, apparently. You know, so much is said about women lowering the bar so much, yet it's men whose bar is literally on the floor. But womanists are not ready for this conversation, so let's keep reading. And of course, this outdated approach often leaves single women feeling hopeless and disempowered. But there is a shift occurring, and it is palpable, and this is not strictly an outcome of the surge in dating app usage, as women have gained more rights and are recognized as mostly equal to men. Traditional gender roles and constructs are becoming obsolete. Yeah, guys, women are mostly equal to men, and they have mostly the same rights. In the past, most women needed men for resources. They needed a provider. Now, with more opportunities, women have more independence and recognize that they do not need men in the same way women did in previous generations. Without such high stakes, women are raising the bar. Whoa, it's already through the roof, and they are raising it more. We are no longer looking for a provider, but a partner and an equitable relationship. We want more. Oh, is that so? You know, funny that you brought this up. Gentlemen, in your opinion, what percentage of women do you think will date a man who earns a lesser income than them? You say that women used to need a provider, yet 95% of women nowadays expect men to pick up the car and take them out, to pay for dinners, to pay the bills, and to have a stable job and to earn more than them. You know, so I would say women are still looking for a provider. You know, you talk so much about equality, but when a man says, okay, let's split the bill, or let's not do this where I have to decide everything and pay for everything and pay the bills and be a breadwinner, and then you see equality becomes a problem. So yeah, I would say that women still want traditional men who, you know, who do their part of the bag, and which is be a breadwinner. Now guys, let's go to the 10 things women want. Get a pencil and some paper, guys. Write this down. It's really important if you want, you know, to get women. Number 1, we want to be treated as equals. You know, I'll put some gameplay, guys, because this is gonna be a rant. I'm so tired of this word, equality. Everyone is throwing this word out like nothing, and they are not smart enough to understand that equality cannot fully exist in our world. Kind of like the, you know, the income equality. So they want people who work more hours to earn the same as people who work less hours, which is absolutely bullcrap. I mean, it's that stupid, this argument of the equality thingy. Because you see, if you were to forcefully implement equality everywhere, paradoxically enough, it will be unequal. It will be disbalanced. People have always had a leader. Thousands of years back, you know, it was the tribe leader. Then we moved to monarchies and empires. Now we have a democratic rule which still has elements of leadership. In every work environment, there is a leader. In every friend group, in every social gathering. I mean, humanity works through leadership. And the same happens in the family unit. One person is the leader and the other one the follower. One is more dominant and the other is more passive. And you can see that happens as well in homosexual relationships where one person gets to be the dominant one. So it's not based solely on gender. But yeah, gender plays a big role. Men are born to be leaders of the family. And when I say that, I can only imagine a lot of womanists will be butthurt about it. But let me give you an example. Imagine a man and his girlfriend are walking by the street and some idiots want to pick up a fight or rob them. Can you imagine if the man were to hide behind his girlfriend, waiting for her to fight them or to resolve the conflict? It's absurd, man. It's men who defend the family. It's men who risk their lives when it comes to that. It's men who go to wars. It's men who came up with the woman and children first rule. Men are, in more than 99% of the cases, the better person to assume the leader role in the relationship. Because it's innate for men to be leaders, and women are naturally attracted to that. You see, no woman wants to date a nerd, No woman wants to date a beta. No woman wants to date a simp because they don't find masculinity and leadership in those type of men. You see, equality doesn't necessarily mean balance. Equality doesn't necessarily mean rightfulness. Now, I'm not saying that women should have less rights or that they are not as valuable as men are. I'm just saying they are not, won't be, and can't be equal to men in all possible aspects. So let's go back to the, rant over. I needed to get this out of my chest. So yeah, number one, we want to be treated as equals. You want to be treated like equals. Next time a war starts, we will send you to die for a country that doesn't give a crap about you. Next time a fight emerges, you will have to be the one to defend your boyfriend. You take the car to pick your boyfriend out. You pay for the date. You plan the vacations and dates. You pay for clubs, same as men do, instead of going for free. And you buy your own damn drinks. How about that? Second, we want to feel seen and heard. We want our feelings to be respected and validated. We want to feel safe and supported. We want to share core values with our partners. We want to have the flexibility of having multiple identities instead of being confined to one box, i.e. wife, mom, or caregiver. Wife and mom in the past didn't mean one box. It wasn't a definition confined to one box. It meant a lot of things, all of them which are good. And it was something to be proud about, and people truly respected you. We want to be part of the conversation regarding negotiating roles and expectations within the relationship. We want to have productive and honest conversations and healthy disagreements. We want to establish mutual trust. We want to feel emotionally connected to our partners. All of this sounds really good. All of this is perfect, but it kind of sounds like the New Year's wish list. I want to go to the fitness, and I want to read a lot of books, and I want to get a higher income job, and I want, and in the end you end up doing nothing. You see, that is the problem. All of those things you mentioned, or at least most of them, perfectly reasonable. But you see, I don't think that modern women are really interested in those things that you mentioned. Now more than ever, women are becoming aware of their inherent worth and are not willing to settle. Now, I beg to disagree. In fact, I totally disagree. It's the complete opposite. Women in the past were aware of their inherent strengths. A lot of women nowadays have absolutely no idea what being a woman is, what being a caretaker is, how to keep a man, how to be feminine, and how to be desirable. The expectations are simple and straightforward. Hopefully, the single lonely man can step up. Yeah, guys, this is the take of today. All of you single lonely men, you need to step up to meet the simple and straightforward expectations of modern woman. Beautiful. Now, guys, let's read the Reddit story I have for you today. Again, it's on the theme of single woman. And it's titled, I feel so awkward when people ask me why I'm single. And yeah, that feeling, that awkward feeling is completely natural and reasonable. You feel awkward because you know you are lacking behind and that you're doing something wrong. Whenever someone asks me if I have a boyfriend, I say no, and then they ask me why, because they say I'm beautiful, and that makes me feel worse, like I should have someone and that there's something wrong with me. Don't get me wrong, I would love to meet someone, but I've had no luck with dating, and I can't meet anyone. I usually say that I haven't found the one, and I feel embarrassed being asked this around other people. You see, guys, for a woman, there is an equation, and it goes like this. Being attractive plus having a nice attitude equals a relationship. If you say that you're attractive but you don't have a relationship, that means your attitude is the problem. It's as simple as that. You don't need no math degree. Attractive and pleasant women are a much desired thing by men, so much so that men are willing to go to other countries or even other continents just to find this type of woman, you see? So if you want to have a relationship and you possess those two things, but you don't have a relationship, then you're being dishonest. Okay, then you're lying about something. You're either not attractive, or either it's your personality or your standards, you see. And even I would say being attractive is not that important, because, you know, attractiveness is something that differs. You may not be attractive to some guys, but there are other types of men that will like you. So yeah, most of the time, if a woman wants a relationship but cannot secure it, it's on her, because she has all the opportunities. You know, she has all the decisions. She has the roster from which she can choose. But guys, enough about that. That will be the video for today. Thank you for watching. If you made it till the end, please leave a comment down below to let me know what you think. And I'll see you next time, guys. I'm wishing you a good day ahead.